What's up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by, your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. Today, we're going to talk about the Pee-Pee Man spike, so stay tuned. Alright, so recently, Gigaparts came out with this Explorer Mast, which is about the same size as the Carbon 6, but a whole lot better because it's more sturdy and actually taller because you don't have to cut out the top two sections and all that good stuff. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the solution of you're in a field and you got to stick this thing up and there's no trees to lean it in. That's where this guy comes in, the Pee-Pee Man spike. All right, just a disclaimer. This is a printed part, so it is not ham-proof. When I say ham-proof, I'm like, us hams tend to do things that we probably shouldn't do a lot of times. AKA, for example, this Explorer pole is rated for QRP. You probably should not use it for really heavy wire and in really heavy wind situations as far as that goes. But it's rated for QRP. So is this spike. This spike, you unscrew the bottom of this pole and you slide it in. And then you take and put the spike in the ground, put your hand on the pole, and start pushing it down into the ground. Therefore, it will hold your mast up. Now, couple issues I've had with people, and this is again, it's not ham-proof. QRP rated, this just like this pole. I had one guy use this pole and this spike, and he used a really heavy antenna, aka the POTA reel. If you know what that is, it's a really heavy wire and it's got a really big old reel on one end, and it bent this spike. And lucky for him, it did bend this spike, because if this pole was solid in the ground, solid, the top part of the mast would have probably broke with that spike. That's why it's designed to bend like that. You can buy extra spikes on my page if you are worried about something like that as well. But it's QRP rated. If you're using, little gauge wire and stuff like that, you don't got to worry about it. It's going to hold it up just fine. Now, if you are going to use it in high wind, I would suggest using the optional guying ring that you can purchase as well. And just guy it through these three holes along with the spike, and it'll hold it up just amazing even in the high wind. Now, let's say that you are out and you got your spike up and the wind just all of a sudden picks up. Next week, and I'm filming this on 9/11, please remember 9/11 guys, but next week I'm going to have a slide-on available as well that you can slide on after the pole is up and guy it just against the wind, not in all three directions, but just against the wind with that slide-on. So look for that next week as well. I'm also working on a hard ground, because you cannot hammer this, guys. If you hammer this, it will break. It is used for the pole to push down in the ground. But I'm working on something for harder ground for people who's just in this absolute hard ground. And I know there's a lot of droughts going on and stuff this year, and pushing a spike down in the ground is a little harder. So working on that, stay tuned for that. Anyway, if you're interested in this stuff, go to hamradioadventureguy.com. Go to the bottom of the page and go to HRAG Adventure Gear, and you can find it all there. If you like this video from Ham Radio Adventure Guy, click up here in the corner and watch another one. And while you're at it, click down here in the corner and subscribe. Make sure and follow us on all social media sites. And as always, thanks for sharing my adventure with me.